Women crushing it Wednesday, they feeling undefeated. Queens of the ring like Christine is. If you get in the ring with Christine, you might catch a beating. Just tune in, you gon' have to see it. Stand up if you with us, if not, they be seated. You seen them in every arena. Eddie and Nika, who really got something to fight for. Everybody saying they're the GOAT, who the one that slayed the Chupacabra. Your favorite girls.
Evening, everybody, and welcome to Women Crushing It Wednesdays. Yay, yay. 2025, we are here. We are here. We're not going anywhere. Before we get started, though, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Kush with a C, who does our intro, Arte de Tere, that does our beautiful videos and thumbnails. Shout out to them, and to my girls, Nika and Crystal. How are you ladies doing today?
Happy New Year. Doing
Happy
good.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
Crystal, you got to show your shirt.
Oh, my shirt.
Shirt.
Yes,
we're
this
going
is
to use it during the show, but we got, look at this. This is absolutely amazing. Love it. I'm going to have to order one too.
My son actually ordered that for me for my Christmas gift.
That is a good son. That is a really good son.
Wait, so wait, could you want to do the super chat real quick? Because he was
Yes.
already out of bounds.
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah.
Any what's the comment? You know I can't see.
Okay. So out of the pound, thank you very much. Happy New Year. It says first comment and super chat of the year. You know what? You're right.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, you are.
You ain't first, you're last. You know what? Follow suit. That's a damn.
Follow suit.
Yeah, you are the first comment of the year. So you know what, out of the pound, thank you and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Alva Powell. Mwah! We love you. We love you. Before we get into all the fun tonight, we're going to be talking about the highlights of 2024 and what we're looking forward to in 2025. Before we do that, we had someone in the boxing community very dear to many of us, whether you met him in person or you followed him online, passed away tragically at a very young age. And the last time I personally saw him was in October 18th. He went to Chicken's Media Day. And we're talking about Joel Josino with Boxing and Barbecue. Everybody knows the platform. They're very popular. They do amazing work, always respectable. Like, those guys are top notch, top of the line. But we're going to do a 10 count for him. I'm sure that many people have stories and have had experiences with him. But we want to pay our respects to he and his family and also the boxing community, because sometimes we focus so much on the family, which we should, but there's also friends that are like family that are super close and that are also hurting. So we are going to do a 10 count at this time before we get started with the show.
I only heard like two of them.
Yeah, it kind of faded out, but thank you. I appreciate that. So 10 count for Joel, and to the boxing community, and Chris, his best friend, boxing and barbecue partner, and everybody that's ever been in contact with him. Our condolences and our prayers. We definitely lost a good one. May he rest in peace. May he rest in peace. So we're going to have some pop-on guests. So anybody that's in the chat that is watching right now, we are going to put the link to log on. We're only going to take a few of y'all, the lucky few.
Yeah.
You can come on the show with us right now. We're going to talk about highlights from last year and what we want to see in the very near future. And then we have a few guys that are going to be coming on that know where they're coming on. So anyway, if you want, Nika, can you put that link in the
Yeah, I'm done.
in the comments. And I'm blind as a bat. So I don't know how
Me
long I'm
too.
wearing this mask.
Let me tell you,
I might be putting my glasses on.
last week I thought I woke up blind. I was just like, oh my God, Lord, please just don't do this to me right now. I can't see nothing. And so, you know, I had to put my contacts in, and then I was able to see again. I was like, oh man, I thought it was over. So
Ooh.
I feel like it's
I
been a
can
long
see.
time since we've been on here.
It
At
seems
least
like
for
it.
me. Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like it. It seems like okay.
hey, PJ.
Okay,
You know,
now
that's Paula. Paula. Happy New Year,
PJ, yes,
Paula.
hi.
She is Clarissa Shields' #1 soldier. Let me tell you.
I love it though. I love it though.
She
Stand
do
up
not
for
play.
women. Stand up for the quote.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
she is her #1 soldier.
And everybody, please, Nika put the link in. If you want to come on the show, you know, come on the show. We're going to talk about, you know, highlights from last year and what we're looking forward to. Yes, Trill, absolutely. So I'll start with you first. Oh, D Style, welcome to the party. I just took my mask off because I can't see shit. But I am, you know, in the New Year spirit, very, you know, very much so. We were talking about we just gave a 10 count for Joel, and may he rest in peace. Is there anything that you wanted to mention as far as Joel goes before we get started?
I did a video yesterday. I just, you know, thoughts and prayers to his family, and you know, sorry to hear the news for all his, you know, for all his friends and stuff like that. And I think it's a loss for the boxing community as a whole.
Absolutely, absolutely, it is. So let's. I'm going to start with you. 2024 was a good year. We saw a lot more boxing. We saw some new players in the game as far as promoters, and some movement, some things happening. 2024, what was a highlight for you, or what were some of the highlights for you as a boxing fan?
Look, for me, I think the highlight of there's two fighters specifically. I think Usyk beating Tyson Fury twice, becoming the first undisputed champion since Lennox Lewis at heavyweight, and then of course the winning the rematch. But then also kind of unexpectedly was Daniel Dubois. I think Daniel Dubois was a huge underdog twice against Hrgovic. Many were calling the boogeyman of the division. And he showed he wasn't boogieing at all, and then no one was giving him a shot against, you know, Anthony Joshua, and he goes out there and just dominates and destroys Anthony Joshua in a way I didn't expect. So I think those are two highlights as a just in general as a boxing fan for me.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of other stuff, but those are two big ones for sure.
Yeah, they definitely were. I have to agree with that. Crystal, first thing that comes to mind, what okay, HOD. What are the fights that come to mind for you? I love you too, basic kid.
Oh, 2024. You know, I have to agree. Usyk was fight 2 times. That was very nice. We also have Beterbiev and Bivol. Remember, Beterbiev was
Yes.
actually fairly active this year, even though he have some injuries, right? So that was good. Who else in 2024? I'm trying to think. This is we didn't really. I don't research this. So,
That's okay. That's what I said. First thing that comes to mind, like what
yeah,
sticks out to you?
Katie
and
Taylor,
that's
Amanda
good.
Serrano, Michaela, Sandy Ryan. These are all good
I know.
bouts that we still be talking about after the year is over.
Yes,
So,
absolutely. Absolutely. Nika, what about you? What are some of the fights that come to mind for you?
So, if I'm being honest, the first fight that came to mind was the Tank and Frank Martin fight, because there was so much that was around that fight.
Yeah.
That was like so messy and dramatic, and it was just like so. It was a good build up, and it was a good ending to that fight. You know,
Yeah,
I'd be like, Krista, you gotta wipe your chin because you put red lipstick on your chin.
Oh, it's from my mask. I have lipstick all over me. I know this. I love this lipstick, but it always okay. Did I take it off?
No, it's like right there in the middle. Like you see. Oh, you're blind in them. Okay, that's good. All right.
Girl, you know I'm blind.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm black
Better?
too.
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm looking at the after. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you for that.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
my.
I have to agree too. Like that was really good. But also like the first, obviously, the Fury fight, and Usyk fight twice, because twice, I betted on my guy, Fury.
And twice you lost.
And twice in my life, I was wrong. Twice. And I can accept that. So those are very pivotal moments for me. And then of course, the Michaela Mayer, Sandy Ryan whole debacle. I mean, with the red paint, and then the fight, and then the coach and the manager crap. And then we had Coach Evans on the show, and he gave us some tea, that built up to the fight. So those things just like really, stood out for me.
That Garcia and Haney, I mean, that's still not over.
Yeah,
That was
still
a
not
big
over.
2024. That will be talked about for years.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it's going to
For sure.
drag into 2025 and beyond. So those are some of the pivotal moments, the things that we remember, whether they're positive to some or negative to some. Those are the things that we remember. They're going to go down in history. And speaking of Sandy Ryan and Michaela, they're talking about, and we're not talking about 2025 yet, but I'm just going to say, somebody mentioned, and I thought about it too, and I'm sure y'all did too. When she comes in, she needs to have some white shorts with some red paint on them when she steps in the ring.
No, don't
just-
do that. No.
That's my kind of petty. I ain't gonna lie. That's my kind of petty. Like if I was, I would do something petty like that. I would.
I'm just saying, and but okay,
Because
I
she
didn't go
accused
this
Micah.
far.
She
I didn't go
accused
this
her and
far.
her team of doing that, and we still haven't seen no videotapes, no nothing. It just like it's been swept under the rug. Like she just accused them, and then nothing happened. She said, "Oh, you're gonna see this. We got the videotape and pop, pop, pop."
Yeah,
Nothing, absolutely
Yeah.
nothing. So I would like, since you don't even want to apologize for accusing me on doing none of that, I would be petty like that. I would wear like a all white like boxing outfit, and then have this like somebody splash like paint on it and let it dry up as part of the outfit. Yeah, accusing
and
her.
somebody even mentioned having white gloves with the red paint on them.
We don't like she won the fight. She could move on. It is what it is. That's
No,
what I
Okay,
would
but-
say.
because I feel like they're working on a second fight, so they got.
They are.
They got.
They're
Well,
working. So it's been put out. Well, Disa, why would you not want to see that?
I want to see a second
Again.
fight, but I don't need the whole mocking of the paint thing myself. But,
Well,
you know.
do you think it was like okay for her to accuse May
No.
the way she did and they didn't even apologize either? They still have not apologized or done anything. And now she's talking out her ass. She's really calling her types of you nasty bitch and all this stuff like that.
Yeah,
Look, the
I
gloves
didn't
are
like
off.
any of
The
that,
gloves are
but
off. The gloves are off.
but-
Sorry. You could be the nice guy.
you know, she won the fight. I mean, this is what it is. You know?
Oh, well.
I mean, so why not beat her again?
Yeah, there you go.
Because the thing is, there were so many excuses. Well, my coach walked out. They didn't want me to
They seen
fight.
the
I
footage.
got the red paint.
What
I got this.
footage?
You know.
But wait. Base the kid says we've seen the footage.
Oh, basically, you seen the.
Where's the footage?
Where's the footage?
They show
What
some
did you see?
sort of
Can you tell me what
footage.
you see?
I see
And
the
if you-
footage a little
you
bit,
please
but I
hit
don't
the
know
link?
if it's true
Can you
footage.
please hit the link? What
Yeah,
footage?
yeah.
No, there is
Jump on, Base,
footage, but you
jump
can't
on.
tell who it is.
Yeah, so like still they cannot say that
Yeah,
that was
who was
Michaela
it?
and her team. So when you say we seen the footage, is that like
Let me put it this way: it wasn't Mayer. Like I could tell it wasn't Mayer herself. So
okay?
it was
So
a
then they
dude,
owe
yeah.
her an apology, because
Yeah.
if I wasn't petty like that, I would sue her for defamation of character. Like she accused her and her team of throwing paint on her.
Yeah, she did. Come
Well,
on, Base.
somebody
Don't be
did it.
scared. Don't be scared now.
Yeah, but just
Come
because
on.
somebody did it doesn't mean it was Michaela.
Jump on.
Somebody did it. So
Right.
like, hey, no, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. That's not how it
Well,
works.
let me. I don't want to be devil's advocate, but I'll just be
Okay.
it for a brief second.
Okay.
Just for, I don't think Mayer had anything to do with it. But if you're an opponent of a fighter and you get paint thrown on you, and it's a hit and run, you're gonna, at the very least, you're gonna suspect their team has something to do with it. No.
Yeah.
I
and
think
you
there's
can
one
suspect.
difference
suspect-
though
But
between
on
suspecting
national-
and actually blaming, and I think that's where
On
we are
national
crossing
TV.
the line
on
a little
national
bit,
TV.
is putting the blame out there and and using vulgar language to do so, right? So I understand that there's a little bit of heart here because of that.
Mm.
To dwell on it and take it to the next level and take it to the ring
Well,
again, I'm not so sure that's the right thing to do. But I won't, I mean, I do agree with Naka. I think apology need to be at a minimum.
Oh, who we got? Who we got jumping on?
With Base the Kid.
Who dares to enter?
I want to
into
hear
our
about this. I gotta
realm?
hear about this footage that he saw. That he's like,
He must have it. He must have his hair in a bonnet because he don't want to show his face. It is nighttime over there. What is it? 3 o'clock, Base?
It's 2:25. I'm in my bed. I'm not getting up to go and
okay.
let you guys see my lovely face this time of the
Fair
night.
enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. So talk to us. You said we saw the footage. What
No,
did
I'm
you
saying
see?
because you said there, because you guys saying there was, we ain't hear nothing, we ain't seen nothing. I'm like, well, we saw footage. We
But
saw
who
it
did we
from
see,
two
though?
What I
angles.
said is like,
No, but
she
I'm not
said
saying we didn't see anyone. We saw someone in a blacked out hoodie run up with the paint and then run back into a car.
Okay. Did you see?
You say
Now-
her as
Anybody from
as
her
though it's
team?
female. Do you know if it's female or male? Because I cannot tell.
I didn't say it was I don't know if it was a male or woman. I didn't see. I just saw a figure, but we saw the footage of what happened. Whereas before everything was all like conjecture. We didn't quite know. Well, the footage is out. Look, in terms of it, if we're gonna say, I think it's clear to see that it wasn't specifically Michaela Mayer, but to say to someone, "Oh, like you've got to apologize for accusing my team," that's
She does
a
need
bit
to
funny. I don't think so.
I think so.
Why?
Well,
What do you mean? Why? She
Because
accused her of something
Michaela
she
hasn't
didn't do.
proven
She definitely-
that it wasn't a
owes her
member of her
apology.
team. So what are you
On national
apologizing
TV,
for?
she accused her and her team of
Yeah, but has
attacking her.
Michaela been
So she
able to
definitely
prove that it
she
wasn't a
definitely
member of
owes her
her team?
apology. What you talking
Well,
But
about?
you're
the thing
innocent
is-
until proven guilty, right?
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. You're innocent until proven guilty. She doesn't have to prove anything until.
Well, actually, in the court of public opinion, you're guilty until proven innocent, and you know that. So in this instance, if she wants to clear it up, she
She's
can
from
go
the
clear it
UK.
up. She probably doesn't care.
And she doesn't
And
want
me
to
being from the
because she's
UK don't mean
innocent.
nothing.
No, because you're defending Sandy. So I mean,
No, you see, because I don't do that. That's what you guys do. I don't do that. I'm playing the conjecture
You guys
here.
would be dragging Michaela through the mud if it was the other way around.
No,
Oh
wouldn't.
my God, please, you guys, please.
I'm not a Michaela fan. I just put her in my Fighter of the Year video. So don't tell me what I would or wouldn't be doing,
You
please.
guys, I said y'all. I didn't say you. I said y'all. I didn't say you specifically, but I kind of the way that you kind of came up here, I kind of feel like you too.
So, Base, let me ask
You're
you
defending.
this.
You're saying that she doesn't owe her an apology for accusing her of her and her team attacking her. And I feel
Yeah,
like
and I'm saying if Michaela wants an apology, which if she feels she's entitled of it, then prove that it wasn't a member of her team that done it. If she could do that, then I agree with you. She should have an apology. But
That's not
if
how it
you're
works.
my enemy and something happens to me and you and your team are the number one suspects and ain't no one able to prove that it wasn't a member of you, why would I not think it was one of you? Like, that's just common sense.
Then when you find out that it wasn't, then you don't think that
But we haven't found that out. That's what I've just said. All we found out is that it wasn't Michaela.
Doing this. This was like on national TV. She owes her an apology.
But she accused her and her team, yes?
Apology.
But do we know conclusively it wasn't a member of her team?
So
why is she going to apologize if that hasn't been proven?
Because you just said you said you saw footage. I didn't see no footage. Did y'all see footage?
Well, the footage is on X. Like, it's quite. Even Christine's seen it.
No, yeah, I've seen the footage. What I'm saying is, I didn't see specifically that it was Michaela or somebody that I know to be on her team. I know that we had her strength and conditioning coach on, and Coach
I remember.
Evans. Yes,
and they accused him. They accused him.
And they accused him. They wouldn't let him on stage whenever Regis was fighting because they specifically, I saw the manager of Sandy Ryan, he's also Regis's manager, specifically say that he had, not allegedly, that he had something to do with it. And then I look at the footage. Well, Coach Evans, he's a big guy. Like I've known him in person. I've seen him many times. He's like 6 foot maybe, and he's like really big guy. So
I've seen him, yeah.
yeah, you've seen him. So it's like that for him to be accused like that to me was like, you know.
So wait,
And
was he just so I know, was he accused like directly? It was him, as in he was the
yeah,
one that did it,
that-
or was it a case that he had something to do with it?
something to, okay,
I'm trying,
something to do with it. Yeah,
because something to do with it could mean I make the call to get someone to do something, right?
right.
So
Yeah.
all I'm saying is, conjecture wise, I understand that it wasn't Michaela, right? She obviously had bigger things to do, and I'm quite happy with that. So if you want to say that she should apologize directly to Michaela for saying it was her, okay, cool. But to say that it was a member of her team, the team haven't been able to conclude or prove that it wasn't them. Therefore, why would she apologize when she's still mad at her and they've got this
So,
beef
so
going on?
I do get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. Like if somebody accused me of something and it was not proven, oh, I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying. But I will say this.
Do you really, Christine?
I
You
mean,
don't gotta-
I
you don't
no, I
gotta
see
be
no,
nice.
no, I can be
Please,
petty too, but I do see his point of
She
view.
owed them an apology. Okay.
Because if I'm mad at somebody and I feel like somebody did something to me, I'm not going to apologize until I know it's proof. So I see what he's saying. I'm not saying I agree, and I'm not saying that whatever. I'm just saying that I see the angle that he's coming with. I do. Because, you know, I'm not going to apologize to anybody if I think they did something and they're like saying they didn't. I want to see the proof. Show me
That's
someone
like
else did it.
accusing a group of guys. Like, let's say you're accusing, oh, those group of guys, they had something to do with like beating up this girl, you know, or raping this girl. And
No, yeah,
then they
that,
find out
that's
that they
But
do
then
it.
those
Like,
guys
now
would
you
have
don't
to
need
prove that
apologize.
they didn't have anything to do with it before you say you're sorry, because you ain't gonna apologize to them, are you?
That's not how it works. That's not how it works. You know that, right?
But
so
that is how it works in the
No,
court of
you don't
public
just go
opinion.
around accusing people of things if you don't know for sure that they did it. And
So
if you
if
do
so,
feel that way, you keep it to yourself. You don't go on
as a
national
woman,
TV.
do you
You don't
think,
go on
right? No,
national TV and
you,
accuse people of doing things like that.
Nika,
And then not
as
give them an
a woman,
apology.
if you felt that a group of guys had assaulted a girl or was very inappropriate, you're telling me that you are going to basically apologize to them before they've actually given you proof that they didn't have anything to do with the assault. Is that what you're saying? Because you know that's not the case.
They don't need to prove anything because they didn't do anything, and nothing has.
But you're saying that like you know
no
firsthand.
police reports or anything has come. Like, there's no follow up or anything like that. Like,
Well, we don't know what the police reports say. We don't. None of us are privy to that.
I will say this. Let me say this. So I know, we all know, we've seen it. There's a fight that's going to be made in 2025 between the two. So both are women. They're both Michaela is upset because of all the shit and being accused. Okay, Sandy is upset because she feels like in different circumstances she would have won. Okay, so the fight's going to be made. So my point is this: if I really feel like somebody did something against me, I'm going to think twice before I give them an opportunity to do it again. That's all I'm saying. So if Sandy really believes that Michaela or had something to do with this, why does she want to fight her again? Because I can tell you right now,
Well, that makes sense, though, Christine.
No. Because if I'm Michaela, listen, if I'm Michaela, okay, I'm the champion. I beat you. I'm not fighting across the pond. You're gonna fight in the U.S. again. So how does Sandy know something like that would not happen again if she felt like Michaela did it?
No, here's what I'll say.
She wouldn't. But this time she'd be prepared, or she'd at least feel that she's more prepared in case that happened again.
I don't think you can prepare for something like that.
Can I say this?
Yes.
Mentally, you can.
Are you saying it doesn't make sense that she wants to fight? Is my mic on, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you.
Right. It doesn't make. You're saying it doesn't make sense that she wants to fight Mayer again because of what happened
on U.S. soil. Yes, I am saying exactly that.
Because to me, it makes total sense that she wants to fight her again because she wants to put hands on her if she really feels she had something to do with it. Like,
because people can have it both ways. People can go out and clown Haney because he's suing Garcia instead of running it back, right? After what Garcia did to him, right? Which is a little different. I get it. But now say, why does Mary want to fight her again if she feels that she did this horrible thing to her? Right?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I would say that if I was Sandy, I would be like, I will not fight on U.S. soil. I don't feel protected. I don't know what's going to happen, which is shameful because it does make us look bad. I need to be in my home, you know, on an even playing field, and then I'll fight her. Or else, fuck it, I'm not fighting her.
Yeah, but unfortunately, she doesn't have the leverage because
No, she doesn't
Michaela's
have
got the belt.
leverage. You're right. You're right.
So
But
she's
what I'm
gonna
saying-
have to acquiesce to those demands. But obviously,
Absolutely.
if she feels that that's what happened or that's how things played out, then all she can do this time is know that some bullshit can go down again. And at least this time she will be
That's
more
true.
mentally prepared in case something like that happens to not, you know, get off of her game plan and get as emotional as she did.
And I personally do not think that Michaela and her team had anything to do with it. I don't. I
Okay.
don't. But
Do you think Space Kid? Do you think so?
Personally, I think that a member of the team may have had something to do with it. Maybe not the immediate team. Maybe they called someone in, say, "Oh, just mess with her,"
what
you know,
about a
whatever.
crazy
And
fan?
maybe the
Just a
person took it
crazy,
too far.
obsessed fan.
I mean, this is my thought. If that team truly want to do something of that nature to somebody, I don't think the Sandy Ryan fight will be the fight to do that. She have had much other more.
No, I can tell you why it would be that fight. If you think about it, if you look at Michaela at this particular point, right, prior to that fight, let's be honest, her career was on the line. Her career with Top Rank. She was on the last legs because she lost the fight to Baumgardner. Like she lost the fight to Jonas. See, a lot of people thought she won that, but she lost that one as well. The title fights were drying up. There wasn't much more opponents that they was going to be able to get for her. So that was like almost the last attempt at a title. So if she didn't win that fight, things could have been a bit tricky. So it was a very big. If you're gonna try and do something, you do it on your last moment, right?
This sounds like sore loser activity.
So HLD had a really good comment. He had a really good comment, Nika. He said that her losing, so blaming the Paint for losing is as bad as David blaming Osterman for getting his ass whooped. So, Base, I'm gonna ask you,
Yeah.
because she's from there, she's over there. Like, what do you think about that? So, do you think the Paint had anything to do with it, or she just got outclassed? Or the coach stopping at the last minute, the manager saying don't fight.
There's two big differences to that, by the way, but
No,
I mean,
I'm
look-
going to ask you first. I'm going to get to you afterwards.
Well,
Base,
before I go into that, HLD also had the other good comment where he said, if you can say that a person looks like a member of a team, then they can clear their name by proving where they were at. Now,
I mean,
that
that's
ain't
true,
necessarily
too.
I'm pretty
happened.
sure I'm pretty sure they've interviewed her whole entire team, and like this, I just cannot believe you don't think that there was an apology for being accused.
the big difference is no one has said, hey, Haney, he has Austrian, okay? And then he went to fight him. That didn't happen. This was after the fact. A test came out, and then Haney said, oh, that's why he beat me. In this case, she was shooken up by the paint being thrown on her. Like, I'm not saying that's why she lost.
Was she shooken up, though?
I mean,
I
I'm
think
taking
she
it by
was.
face value.
Was she? Okay, because look, listen, this is the thing. I don't know how everybody does everything, but boxers, before anything else, they got to be mentally strong. They got to be able to deal with the heckling, the booing, the whatever's going on in their family, you know, their personal lives, whatever. They got to get in the ring and do the job. So was she shook? Was she really? Because I feel like if she was really shook when her coach left her and her manager and coach said, do not fight, and the paint was poured on her, she would have been like, I am mentally not able to do this and I'm not going to do it. But she's a fighter and she's like, fuck that. I don't care. I'm going to get in there and I'm going to whoop Mayer's ass. So
yeah, but as a fighter though, if you are training for a quote unquote a game plan, you're training to be in a certain headspace, and something now takes you out of that. And again, this is me talking from a man's perspective. You're a woman, obviously it happened to a woman. Right. But I can't, so I can't even speak on it from that. So, but maybe in that whole thing, her mind wasn't correct. I mean, I know that she's been through bare stuff in her life I've heard about, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
mentally, she's a bit if and buts anyway. You know what I'm saying? From what I've heard. So maybe that did take her off her game. Who knows? Ultimately, she got beat on the night. Like that. If she shouldn't have taken the fight if she was that stressed. I would agree with that. But ultimately, you can't then say that didn't have any effect or bearing on her. Even when she was doing the interviews, you could see how shook up she was before the fight started.
To me, that would be more fuel. To me, like to me.
Do we know that? Can we just put it in perspective? There are other boxers that go through traumatic events right before a bout, right? I recall one that we are familiar with on this platform, Jamel Herring. He almost don't get his passport to fight the biggest fight of his career.
Right.
So I mean, things like this happen, and boxers do have to be prepared for it. Now, the pain situation is a little bit more different. I understand, but I don't know why we arguing about this, because truly it happened. The fight happened. I don't think the pain prevented her from winning. I think it was a skill set. I think it was a great bout. I think it was a very competitive bout.
Absolutely.
And Michaela won.
Yes.
End of story. So if they want to run it back because they have a rematch clause, run it back. If Michaela chooses to wear the red stained clothing, so be it. You know, it's not the end of the world, but it will just be a better build up for the next fight, right?
Facts.
Okay, so there's a guy in the back. I never seen his name in there, but he said he wants to come up and talk about Subriel Matias and Teofimo. And I told him to show his face, and he's showing his face. So I'm gonna add him and see what he has to say about. So, all right, listen, if you come up here showing cock or anything like that, you're out of here. Just letting you know, because this happened before. Okay.
Please, Lord, please.
No, he showed his face. So
okay.
All right. All right, hold on.
I mean, after you said that, I'm not even gonna look at the screen. Let me know when it's clear.
Yeah, let me know when it's safe.
Let's go.
He should be on the screen. He's not on the screen.
He said he's gonna leave and come back in. He just posted.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
You know,
no, he's on there, but I can't. For some reason, his.
Yeah, he said he's gonna leave, and I don't know.
Yeah,
I just want to say this: there's a difference between it shouldn't have been an issue and it was an issue. Those are two different things, right? There's a reason coaches called time out.
Was it really?
Well, you don't know. Do you know
was
that?
it an excuse?
No, but like you could call it whatever you want to call it, but it's not crazy to think it threw her off her game plan. It's not like a crazy conclusion. That's what I'm saying.
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. How are you? Welcome.
Outstanding. I gotta be honest. I have not been following the video at the live stream at all. It just popped up on my feed. But have you guys already discussed Subriel Matias versus Teofimo Lopez?
Let's do it.
All right, I'm gonna give it. The little boxing website's been covering it, and they're being absolutely and totally unfair to Subriel Matias. All right, they're being completely unfair to him. I was at the fight in Manatí last summer when Subriel fought Liam Paro. And the thing, and here's what you need to understand is, like, with these sluggers, these guys who they're all about timed hits, they're about taking their time, and they're about, being middle of the distance. They're not outboxing, they're not swarming, is that they make concise, precise movements, They're not like Mayweather making like this, they're throwing their body around every time a jab comes at him with no power. So a lot of people go and they say Subriel has no defense. He has no head movement. He just eats punches. That's bullshit. Total, utter bullshit. Subriel has fucking excellent for the amount of low movement he does. I guarantee you, bet somebody $20. If somebody says, oh, Subriel got hit 20 times, tell them, I bet you $20 if we slow down the video, not real time, not with these biased, dazzling commentators, we look at Subriel and how he's handling, the prior guys he's fought, to the guy he killed in his ring, Maxim Dadashev, to whatever, you're going to see that Subriel is dodging these punches.
Yeah.
And that he's not getting messed up. And
he ain't going to dodge Teos, but
I think he can dodge Teos because listen, he
He
fought.
was going to beat him.
Well, no, I don't think so.
I wish HLD would come up here and debate you about that because he's a big Teofimo fan.
He is a big Teal fan.
So wait,
Listen,
I have a question for you.
I love
Are
all
you going
Latinos.
around like the YouTube streets and just like defending Sobrio Matias tonight? Is that your thing? Tonight?
I mean, I just saw your live stream, Bob, and it was about boxing. So
okay.
I'm saying, I
No,
used to
I
hang
think
out
it's
on
great.
one
No, I
Reddit,
think
and
it's
I
great,
used to
and we
hang
are
out on some
talking
other
about
ones,
that.
but
We're talking about the things that we remembered in 2024, the things we want to see in 2025. I mean, this is what we're talking about.
So that's what you want to see in 2025?
what? Both that?
Is that what you want to see in 2025? Do you want to see Sobrio Matias against?
I want to see him fight Teofimo. Listen. I'll do. First, I want to say that a long time ago, Teofimo made a very disrespectful video calling Boricua easy work and calling us soft. And I don't know what the fuck. I have never seen a Boricua insult the great nation of Honduras or Spain that he occasionally represents.
Yeah.
I don't see us ever insulting it. So
I'm half
that
That's
was
true.
Yeah,
unacceptable friendly fire.
Yeah.
And listen, I think definitely that Teofimo has a superior jab. I think he's faster than Sobrio, but that's where I think his main advantages end. Sobrio has he's a vicious hooker. He has a proven chin. I don't think Teofimo's ever faced somebody with the power and the chin that Sobrio brings to the table. And I think that he was robbed. Total robbery with Liam Paro. Liam Paro
No.
gave Sobrio a manicure.
He lost
Hitting
that
the
fight.
gloves, hitting the shoulders. He could never make Sobrio's. Every time Sobrio threw the uppercut, particularly the left uppercut, Liam Paro's head was like a bobblehead, just like whoop, right into the air every fucking time.
Are you
Liam
a
Paro
defender of the Puerto Rican islands? Because it seems like you're just going to
Absolutely.
bat for the Puerto Ricans right
Absolutely,
now.
I won't tell you. I don't like Edgar.
Liam Paro won
I
that
don't like
fight.
Berlanga. I think Berlanga's kind of stupid, but Sobrio, I think. Don't sleep on Sobrio. Don't sleep on Sobrio.
I'm going to tell you what's going to
Could
happen.
win, but if I had to bet $100, I'm giving it to Sobrio Matias by 6th to 7th round, 7th round knockout.
I mean, I can't lie. You might lose that $100.
Yeah,
but
I was
go
gonna say,
ahead.
we're gonna have to definitely shake on that because I'm
Look,
not sure about that. And I love your
He ain't going to
passion
win that
though.
fight. Look,
I
and I'll
love
tell
your
you what
passion.
else. I'll tell you what's going to happen. Teal's going to win that fight, and then you're going to go on another live stream and say that Sobrio was robbed and he should have won that fight. That's what's going to happen.
Nah. I don't think it's gonna happen like that. I disagree.
I wanna back up real quick because Reginald Hayes had such a good comment.
Let me
Let me see, where's it at?
Let me see.
It's back.
I
And
see
then
it
because I want to
going.
talk, but like I said, I love your passion. I think it's great. You
This one right here?
kind
I
of
don't have
familiar.
this one
Okay,
either.
okay. So this is off subject, but so kind of familiar. We were talking about the paint incident. Kind of familiar, kind of similar to Amanda Serrano and her team, knowing that Katie Taylor headbutts and using it as an excuse for losing instead of training to avoid it. So, we were talking about Ryan.
Randy
You know,
Ryan.
and yes. So that's the thing. I want to talk about that too, because that's the thing. When you're in the gym, you prepare. Like, somebody might do this, you might do that, but you got to prepare for that. Like, you got to prepare for whatever they're going to do,
I met Amanda Serrano and her trainer at the Trujillo Alto boxing gym.
Jordan. Yeah, they're there. They live there now, I think, right?
They live in
Puerto
Trujillo?
Rico. Yeah.
Wait, do they live in like the metropolitan area, like the Northeast, or do they live in Trujillo?
Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Puerto Rico has 78 towns, so
Yeah. I have no idea.
Can I say something about Katie really quick?
Yes, please do.
Look, I'm a big Katie Taylor fan, so I guess
Me
this is
too.
me coming out, but I just think it's completely if people think Amanda won a fight, that's not crazy. That's the majority of people, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it's not crazy
me,
to have
yeah.
Katie winning that fight. Okay, both fights. I think either fight could have gone either way. That's my opinion. But as far as the head thing, Katie is not purposely headbutting girls. That's not
No.
what she's doing. Now, she's not
Not.
going to go out of her way to move her head out of the way either. So, like, she just has a very aggressive style at times, right? And she's coming forward and her head's in the way.
She's usually shorter than most. too.
And she's not going to move it out of the way for you, though. So if you're squared up and like it's just the way it is, and like Holyfield had a lot of the same issues, so he would headbutt guys. But I just think they were accidental. Tim Bradley, same thing. Like it just is what it is. But that's all I wanted to say about Katie Taylor. Shout
No,
out.
and
I
I
agree.
think it's.
Wait, I have
I'm sorry.
HLD up here now.
I'm sorry, Basic Kid. What were you saying?
No, I just said I agree. Like, I don't
Yeah,
think
I
she
agree too.
intentionally
Enough,
done it, but
enough
obviously
with the
there's a problem.
sacrilegious bullshit.
This is
Uh-oh.
HLD.
HLD, hold on, HLD. Before you say anything, look, Puerto Rican, I know. Before you say anything, I want to say this. I love the passion. I think that we should be passionate about our people, whatever. But when it comes down to it, me personally, I'm a boxing fan. So I'm not going to, I mean, my blood is mostly Mexican. I'm not going to go for somebody just because, and I'm not better than anybody, but I'm not going to go for someone just because they're Mexican.
No, don't do that, Christine, because
just
you
saying.
go. No. You might not do it specifically for like your Mexican brethren, but you do it for your friends.
I know what you're gonna say.
You jump out the window for your friends in the game, even though you know they're gonna lose fights. I've been on here and seen you do it before.
But you jump out the window too.
Not for friends. I don't have no friends in the game.
No, but you jump out the window for like UK fighters and stuff.
Okay,
No, I
hold on.
Real quick, I want to just say Belisario level to everyone here. First time on the panel, I believe. So thank you for having me on.
Yes, welcome. We're so happy to have you.
It's crazy that
It was a double thing. You're talking about Matias. This dude's talking crazy about Matias like he's something special, and then and then we're gonna go on the other side and then throw Amanda under the bus. And when we got Billy Goat Taylor over here, whether intentional or not, it's foul. So yes, that made me come on the panel. So where are we at now?
So wait, can you
just call me a goat? What do you say? HLD, what do you say? I didn't hear what you're saying.
No, you're delusional Rican, bro. You think Matias is something beyond what he's not. He's not a special fighter, man.
Have you watched his fights?
Yes.
Fights and you slowed it down. He's not giving up punches.
So we gotta slow it down to see how good he is.
He's dodging punches.
Bro,
he's out of the blow of
he's eating punches. He's eating punches like pasteles. He's eating punches like pasteles on Christmas Eve, bro. He's eating punches like pasteles on Christmas Eve.
Focus. Can I just say, hold on, but can I just say, if you've got to slow it down to see that he's avoiding these punches, how do you think the judges around the ring are going to be able to do that?
Exactly. They give
so therefore he's going to lose. So he's got to be smarter than that and show that the punches aren't connected.
Throwing his body around.
Hey, brother, but like this is true of all fighters. All fighters dodge most of the punches than they get hit with. Like it's if you look at all fights, like you know what I mean. Like they're landing 30% of the shots and missing 70% of the shots. This is all fighters.
No, except Matias and Virgil Ortiz. They're the same type of fighters.
I'm not saying that Matias is like standing still and he's somehow making punches dodge. I'm like, no, but for the low amount of head movement he can do, for the amount of punches he can make miss with that, it is impressive. He is having punches centimeters and dodging.
You know why Matias
lost that fight? Because they're not giving him the rounds.
Taking the blowout.
The reason Matias lost that fight is because out of his own mouth, before even the fight, he doesn't listen to his corner. He does what the hell he wants.
Yeah, that's
that's out of his mouth. That is out of his mouth. That is out of his mouth. Spanish is my man. You don't know Matias as well as I do, and everything about him. The guy out of his own mouth says, Yo no escucho mi esquina. Yo hago lo que me da la gana. Como yo siento que quiero ser la pelea.
But HLD, did you slow it down when he said
coaches perfectly, but I think he was following.
My man, do you know that they split after the fight? After that fight, Panda and him.
What?
Do you know that his trainer and him are no longer together?
His trainer and your mom dated?
That's not what he said. Yeah, you obviously didn't know that the trainer and Matias split. Is that what you're saying?
Right. He's just acting goofy because he doesn't know what he's talking about.
You came up here to be the Matias Crusader, But you
But
don't really know
I
too
think
much
it's
about
great
him.
to be passionate. I do. I think it's great to be passionate. And sometimes when you're a boxing head, you see some things that maybe the
He's shaking
judges
his
or
head.
others
I
don't
mean, that
see.
detail missed me. I'm
Hey,
sorry. I did not hear about that
Manito,
detail.
man,
So
get behind
what
Xander's
I do know
eyes.
is that
Get
And
behind
he has
Xander's
friends
eyes. All
that
right.
father him in the army, so that's why he
If you
trains in
want to
Mexico.
throw
He doesn't know
everything you
anymore.
got, if you want to throw everything you got with passion, get behind Xander's eyes.
I
Yeah,
do
I
like
would definitely be a
Xander.
better
me
I
man.
do
too.
like Xander.
Yeah.
I love
Okay.
Xander, but I'll tell you right now, Sabrio hits a lot harder than Xander does.
Nobody
Eh,
really, man. Xander is the most polished boxer at 154, and I'm calling that as a boxer. I'm not saying about punching harder. I'm saying as a polished, pure boxer, Xander is the most polished.
And let me say this. So you said Matias hits harder than Xander.
Absolutely.
I mean, what do I know? I don't know. I will say this though.
Did Xander
I
kill a
I
Russian in the ring?
no. I will say
That's
this.
that's not a fair comparison.
I
That's
will
not.
say this.
Oh wow.
I have been
Who
hit
said
I,
by
that?
I want to
Xander.
bring that
Who
up, by the
said
way,
that?
but
I have
that's
seen.
very
I have been
distasteful
there
to bring that up.
live when
Who
he
said that?
has
Who
put
said
people
that?
down.
The delusional weekend.
Hey, Foca.
He's very
It's true.
strong.
Why would you say something like that? I'm gonna drop you.
No, but like
It's Wobbs. I
that's
don't
not
give a
even
shit.
how deaths
What do you
happen
say?
in the ring, brother. Like,
Adios.
so a lot of deaths have happened from boxers that don't hit that hard, but it's just a cumulative amount of punches.
Accumulated, there could be
That
preconditions
doesn't
stuff
mean
that we don't know
nothing about
about.
power, brother. Like you don't bring something like that up. That's kind
I'm
of
sorry, I
I
didn't
distasteful.
think it
hear anything.
absolutely had to do with the power of
It
Sabrio
had
and also had to do with the weakness of that guy's
we
chin.
don't know.
Yeah, that's
So why
crazy.
didn't he kill Power with all the clean uppercuts he claimed he was hitting him with them? If he hits so hard he kills people with why didn't he kill Power then? If he kept hitting with clean shots, well, what happened?
Well,
What
because
happened to killing Power?
Liam Pyro, and he should have been deducted at least 3 points for the clinching. There was some Mayweather clinching in there. It was just
So why
every
didn't he
5 fucking
kill his
seconds
last
clinch,
comeback
5 seconds
opponent then?
clinch,
If that's the
over and
case,
over again.
why didn't he kill him?
You look at it.
because you all forget
Sabrio
to
wasn't
slow
doing
it
any
down. You
clinching,
have to
but
slow it
Liam, he saw
down.
that power coming, so he had to escape to the safety to clinch, knowing he had a fucking favorable ref
But
who
but
wasn't going
but
to deduct the
forget
points for
Paro.
it.
Forget Paro. What about the fight after his comeback fight? Why didn't he kill that opponent if it's because of the power?
Hey, what if that's why he quit?
Okay, but boxing is not meant to kill people.
Wow.
No,
I know it's not meant to kill
please.
people. I'm just saying, Sabrio, he's proven.
No,
Yeah,
but
but like I've never
you
heard
come in
anybody
with dumb takes
say.
like.
I've never heard anybody say, "Oh yeah, Mancini's a harder puncher than this guy because Mancini killed a man in the ring." That's just not. That's.
Yeah, I don't know where you
I just gotta be
even.
honest with you. That's a very
Yeah, there could be so
weird
many
thing.
backs. I mean, he could have had.
Does it give you a
Okay, so
mystique?
let's get back to since we
You know,
have HLD
maybe.
here. What do you want to see in 2025?
Yes.
Because we're kind of
Yes, let's go around. Let's go
I,
around.
I want Duck Crawford to fight Tio in 2025.
I want Canelo
but
to fucking finally fight Benavidez.
You know I have
Canelo
to
needs to
say
fight.
that.
Listen, if Canelo wants to make money, he's like, I'm all about the money. I don't care. Like
Let's see if
that's what Tank Davis says. He says, I care about the money. I do not give a shit what people recall my career. That's fine. Canelo can do that. Whatever. Now, if Canelo wants to say, I
HLD.
am the greatest, and I fight the best no matter what, he loses that fucking privilege. And I think he can lose GOAT privilege, GOAT talk, if he won't fucking fight Benavidez.
That's what Chris has
Canelo
to
needs
say
to fight
about what you
Benavidez.
just said.
Period.
Well, I mean, let's say, like, for real. Let's finally hope we get this Crawford with the Canelo fight. I like to see that. I like to see that fight happen finally.
Seems like it's in the works.
Let me ask you,
Yes, I would like to get
would you
that.
see Canelo versus
I would like to get
Benavidez, or would
this
you like to see him
super
versus
mystique.
Crawford?
The super mystique part about Crawford being able to destroy Canelo. That's not going to happen. But I like to see the opposite, which is going to happen. But we'll hopefully we get that fight over the cross, over the line.
This
Can I ask one question?
Talking about. I jump out the window for my friends.
Can I ask
I
one
think
question?
you've got you beat, Christine. I ain't gonna lie. You two are cut from the same cloth, though. Ask him what his star sign is.
Who's cut from the same cloth?
Also,
Can I ask
would like
one
to see
question?
Richard Torres Jr. I think Richard Torres Jr. is a rising talent in the heavyweight division. I'd like to see him get a bigger fight now. I'd like to see him fight I don't want to see him fight for a belt, but I'd like to see Richard Torres Jr. I'd like to see him fight for somebody with a Wikipedia article.
Oh, well, damn. Okay, that's what you want for 2025?
I want to see another Richard Torres Jr. Every one of his fights are all good. I think he's a very well-rounded fighter, and I saw his fight against Joey Dajenko. Very fat man, very fat man. If he wasn't so fat, his conditioning would probably be better.
You talking about the last fight? That guy was.
I said,
Oh,
I said,
Nunez.
He went to the Andy Ruiz and Tyson
Anderson
Fury
in there with
School of
him already.
Nutrition, specializing in sports, sport nutrition. But his weight and his physique aside, Joey Dajenko, he's known to have some brutal KOs, and he hit Richard Torres Jr. right on the chin, and he took it, kept going, and then he spit out his mouth guard 5 times because he got it like from Walmart. And the thing with the mouth guards is you have to boil them in hot water so they fit to your jawline. So Joey Dajenko, he just kept on spitting out the mouth guard. I think half of it was him trying to spend them, and the other half was he just didn't fucking fit in his jaw. So unfortunate.
No,
guys,
Walmart.
here, if you want to start boxing, make sure when you get a mouth guard, you properly adjust it to your jaw so you don't spit it out during the match. But Richard Torres Jr., he's not perfect. He has his mistakes. I think that he does drop his hand when he throws it straight. He does drop his
all right, we got to keep it a little short. We got to let everybody else kind of speak.
Yeah. Richard Torres Jr., very happy with him. Can't wait for his next fight.
Okay. Who's next? What you want to see in 2025?
It's Detail's turn.
Let's go, D-Style. Then we'll do base, and then we'll do HOD,
Well,
and then the girls will go.
A lot of things I want to see. I actually a fight that a lot of people aren't thinking about is, I think it's going to be Joseph Parker against Usyk. I don't think the boss is going to be Parker, so I think we're going to see that personally. So
that's what you're just like.
Parker's gonna be what?
Well, hold on, okay. And another one that I still want to see. I don't care what anybody says. Is Canelo versus Benavidez. I still want to see that fight.
Absolutely.
That's okay. All right.
That's because I know you want me to say Canelo versus Crawford.
I don't want you to say anything.
Right? You want me to say?
I agree with D-Style with that fight, but the thing is, I know it's it's not happening. So I'm just going to go with the next fight that I know is going to kind of happen, and let's get this noise out of the way so we can just say that Crawford is going to get his neck broken that night, and then we can call it a day.
Okay, we're gonna get to
He's such a Bud hater and
oh my
Wow.
goodness.
Okay.
Okay, HOD, what do you want to see in 2025?
I think we might still see the Boots versus Teo. I think once the other 3 fights of the champions are officially off the table,
okay.
Once those other 3 fights are off the table, that's when Boots is going to come back and say, okay, I'll take the fight with Teo because there's nothing else available.
He turned down $4 million, but okay. All right.
I just want to say this. I want to say this regarding Jaron Boots Ennis. He has the worst nickname in boxing, Boots. That is so fucking lame, Boots. I'm sorry,
I feel
man.
like
I
you
hear
just
it,
tried
and
to
it's the
cross
first
Jared
word
Anderson
that
and
pops my head is
Boots.
bum.
I don't know how
like
much
the
you really
nickname. It
know
sucks.
about this.
I mean, Franco, has anyone ever told you look like Keith Thurman?
Is this Kid Thurman?
No, it's based the kids. It's based the kids' turn.
Base, let's go, baby. What you want to see in 2025? What you got to say?
Okay, well, one of the fights I've been asking for the last 2.5 years, I think, is being made, which is Christian Mbile versus Kevin Lily Sajo. That's going to be a final eliminator for the IBF super middleweight title. I desperately need to see that. So hopefully that one. I would love to see Martin Bacoli and Lawrence Okoli fight each other. I think the battle of the uncles, that would be a great fight. If you know, that's a UK humor. And I think of the biggest fights though, I want to see everything else is actually kind of low key. Like fights I want to see are not sort of like the mainstream, but I would like to see Ray Ford and Shaki Foster.
Okay.
Oh, real quick, Fury AJ, they need to finally fight. Let's do a fight.
I agree.
AJ, isn't he like done? Isn't he like?
When you do done?
Isn't Fury done?
No.
Oh, you see? There you go, Christine. So
I can see that fight. It was a good fight. I still think it's a good fight.
Why are you against the fight, Christine? You don't want to see it?
I'm not against the fight, but I mean,
Actually, I think AJ can knock him out this time.
That's what Christine don't want because she's already been wrong about Fury
No.
twice now. She don't want to be wrong a third
He's
time.
not getting knocked out by no AJ.
Usyk had him doing a ballerina dance. Remember?
But
I just think I don't know if Fury even is motivated anymore. He's coming in. He looked like Santa Claus, during the fight.
I thought that was
he's
great.
bouncing
It's
all
Christmas
that.
time, bro.
Why
Where's
so
your
Fury
spirit,
look like
man?
Dr. Robotnik and not the one from the film, the one from the game? Like just broad belly, slim legs, no balance.
He did look old. He did look old and slow.
And
We
I don't
all
know.
getting old, man.
I don't want to judge AJ off of one bad performance. I think he got caught early, didn't recover.
Well, you
and
said
that's
one
that.
bad performance.
He's at several. He's at several.
You said one bad. He's only had one bad performance.
His last performance was a bad performance. Yes.
AJ's only had one bad performance.
I'm not going to give us some. I'm going to talk about his whole career. I'm talking about this last year.
Okay. All right. Okay. Crystal, what do you want to see?
Do you want to talk about Fury's bad performances? Like against an MMA fighter in Ngannou? You want to talk about that, Christine?
Yeah.
Or you want to talk about what AJ did to Ngannou?
Do you want to
That'll
talk
be
about
it.
Fury and Chisora in the third fight? Was that a good performance?
I'm just saying Fury's going down in history. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, going down as what? As a grifter.
a grift. Would you look
Biggest con artist in the boxing game.
Nah, he
He
wasn't a
might be the biggest con artist of all time. He bamboozled you US folks like something crazy. I don't know how you guys rate him so highly.
Is that the thing is, the heavyweight division has been trashed for the past 20 years, so he did the best what he had to
Torres
do.
is the future. I'm telling you, he's the future.
And we'll. I like to see. We got to see when like the other guy said, with competition. We'll see when that happens.
A fight I would love to. There's two actually that I like. Opetay against Zurdo.
Did you already have your turn though?
Yeah. Well, I'm going again. Opetay versus Zurdo, right? I want to see that, and then if Opetay wins that and unifies the whole cruiserweight division, then Opetay versus Usyk, I think it's a great fight. That is a great fight at heavyweight.
Versus who?
Opetay versus Usyk.
No, I'd like to see Opetay against Beterbiev, to be honest.
Okay. All right. Okay. Crystal, what are let's say
Opetay is fighting Nika, by the way. I don't know if you guys know that. It's in a couple of days.
The what?
Opetay is going to fight Nika.
No.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It
We already
did
picked Nika.
It did look like my name. I was like,
It did.
I'm like, hey, who signed me up?
Okay. Crystal, what do you want to see in 2025?
Well, I have a few questions first, if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
So-
You do whatever you want, girl.
First of all, I want to ask Mr. D Style, what do you think is in store for Tim Tszyu in 25?
Oh.
Look, what I would like to see them do, it's not up to me, but they just need to start like a comeback, but it has to be like a 2-year thing, in my opinion.
A 2 year?
I'm here. Yeah, like I'm hearing he wants to jump right
How
into
old is
the
he? You
top
said
dog.
2-year thing? How old is he?
I don't know if he got
He's not that old. He's in his late 20s. Like he's good.
Really?
But what I'm saying, he's not like 39 years old like Crawford.
He's 31, right? 31, I think it is.
Oh, he's not though.
He's 31.
No, so hear me out. I want to see Tim Tszyu first. Ideally, do a fight with Michael Zerafa. We don't care about it here, but it's a big fight in Australia, just as a comeback fight. And then maybe fight another Australian, and then maybe somebody fringe top 10.
Maybe feed him to Xander Zayas.
And then after that, then you step up against maybe a Xander Zayas, but I wouldn't put him in there with even a Xander Zayas right now. Like, I think,
Would you agree, D-Style, that he looked like a broken fighter in the last fight? Like mentally?
I'll tell you what happened. I think it's the same thing that happened to AJ. He got caught early and he never recovered. That's what happened in that fight. I think people are reading way too much into it.
So in 2025, I want to see Tim Tszyu and Xander Zayas. That's why I bring it up. That's
like
what I in the fall. The last
like it.
quarter, the
I
third
like it.
quarter, that's what I want to see. Okay. In the second quarter, I would like to know from HLD. Can you answer me one question? Who have the better resume, Floyd Mayweather or Canelo Alvarez?
Ooh.
Who has the better resume?
Yes, sir.
I like it.
I'm gonna have to say Mayweather. And only because they're names. He's got a lot of names on his resume. But I don't think he fought everybody at the top of their game. I don't think Mayweather did what Canelo did at 168 and just cleaned everything out in one shot like he did. So if we're just talking about name recognition, I'm gonna say Mayweather because he has a lot of former championships everybody
Mayweather
talks
was
about.
like Elvis Presley. They were stuck in Vegas for whatever reason.
We be polling him though. HLD is starting to let him think about it a little bit. I bet you he changed he mind, but that's just my personal opinion. So therefore, the other fight that I want to see in the second card is Canelo and Bud. Why do I say that? Because I feel like I'm not turning my back on my lad, Mr. Bud Crawford. I think that he have a 50-50 in this fight, and I think it's more 50-50 than the fight that we see on the July of the 29th of 2023. Okay, so I think this fight it need to happen. I know they are, well, I presume they are in negotiation as I hear. So my other question will be what will happen to Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez in 2025? I don't care nearly as much as I do for Keyshawn Davis. I think we will see a title here soon. I think he will get a great shot this year. Before the end of the year, I want to see Keyshawn Davis with some good
He needs some good opposition in front of him. He hasn't had that yet.
They could give him Kid Austin after Shakur's done with him.
I can't stand y'all when you talk like that.
Right. Shame on you. Shame on you.
He's right,
what
though.
are you thinking about 2025?
So if I could be a greedy boxing fan, I would love to see David Benavidez and Canelo. I still want to see that. Okay, I want to see Canelo and Bud. I would like to see Caleb.
Those two first.
I want to see Caleb Plant and Ed Berlanger.
I like that.
I want to see
that.
I want to see them fight. Huh?
You got any underground, like some non-mainstream.
And the panel would say that if you slow down Berlanger's fight slow enough, you'll see how good he is.
And see if he truly make a bite mark or not.
I want Caleb to fight him so bad. I want him to fight him so bad.
That would be a good fight. That would be a good, entertaining fight.
Well, that's not the next fight like happening, man. They've been cooking this fight up, so it's due. So I'll be happy with those three if I get those.
I like it.
What about
So
you,
we've
Christine?
seen the fake Michael Benson, on X, and he like put something in my head though. He said that Sky and Ebony were going to be fighting, in 2025, and I was like, you know what? I wouldn't mind that.
Each other?
They're why not? They're friends.
They're like
They're both
special friends.
Why not? I would like that. Because I would like that.
And better get the guy in the ring with
Anyway, so there's been a lot of talk about, Clarissa has called out Alicia. Alicia says she can beat Clarissa, and there's all these like unrealistic weights and this and that. But there was also talk with Alicia and Mayer rematch. I would like to see those three ladies somehow mix it up. But the fight that I want to see, obviously, is going to be Canelo and Bud. And I'm going to tell you why. Because people always criticize Bud. And they say, oh, he fought this guy, that guy. You see the skill set. Canelo is beatable. Bivol beat him. He outboxed him. And I personally think that Bud is more technical than Bivol. And I think that he will definitely shut everybody's mouths when he fights Canelo. David Benavidez, I did want to see that until his last two performances. I was like, do I really want to see it? Because Canelo, I believe, may just like walk through him, even though Benavidez has a lot of power, but Canelo's not going to stand in front of him. And David is very robotic, and his movement is very slow. So the fight that I want to see is definitely Canelo and Bud, and I'm going to make sure that I'm available because I definitely want to be there.
Crawford, Canelo's beatable, but you got to have the legs for that. And Crawford don't have the Bivol legs at his age, and he doesn't have the Mayweather defense.
At his age? Are you kidding me?
He doesn't have it. His legs are dead. He look old and slow versus Madrimov. very old
That
and
was a
slow.
badass fight to me.
He's a bunny.
Do he
Like,
look
what I'll
old
say
and
is
slow,
this.
or do he look like he respecting the power?
No, I don't think there was. There was
He's gonna have to have even more respect because Canelo hits a lot harder than that dude.
Does he?
And not only
Does he?
that, if no, because he's got to put on more armor, meaning weight, to go up in weight, and Canelo's all the
Does
way
he
up to
though?
168.
Does
Okay,
he?
well, if he doesn't, then what's going to happen when he gets hit
He's
clean?
not going to hurt Canelo. We know that.
Well, he
Crawford
doesn't
gets
have
hit
to
in
go
fight.
all the way to 168. That wouldn't be smart. There's no need to pack on the unnecessary weight.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't have to do that.
No, he just has to do 163 maybe or something around there.
What do you think he's going to do? Because he didn't do that. He didn't come in at 147 against
He's
Madrimov.
gonna do what he
No,
always
because he
does.
can't
That
make
means he's going to
147
live the
anymore.
life, walk the walk, talk the talk, and that is what he does. And his
He's not
mental
going to be able to
game,
run all night. He's not going to run all night to try to
his
fight a
mental
boxing
game
I
is
remember
so
when-
fucking strong. Throw paint on Bud and see what he does.
I remember when
That's it.
Jermell Charlo. Remember when Jermell Charlo was like, yeah, he was working out with the chains and lifting the weights, and I'm getting bigger for Canelo, and
That's
then he
dumb.
bent the knee in the middle of that fight. Remember when that happened?
Yeah.
Right? When he felt the power, all of a sudden, okay, the lion turned into the cowardly lion from Wizard of Oz. All of a sudden,
No, he turned into the chicken from Rocky when he was chasing it.
what I'm saying is this. This is what I'll say.
They do it for the gram.
Crawford is doing this fight because it's a lot of money for him. That's why he's doing this fight. Right?
Oh, so you think he don't have money?
I think
Not even a million. He'll get more money in this fight than he's ever had in his entire career.
But see,
I
if
didn't
you
say
really
that,
know
but-
him, he likes to challenge himself. You tell him he can't do something, guess what? He's gonna show you he can.
He can't beat me in a game of chess. So you let him know that.
Guarantee us that he will not retire after this fight.
No, that's the
Challenge
fight he's
himself.
looking for. He already said that.
Yeah.
He wants
that's
this
what I'm
fight
saying.
and then he want to retire.
That's what I'm
There's no
saying.
problem here.
Yeah,
He's
but you
gonna
can't equate that to how much money he's had in the rest of his career. He's on the highest possible guarantee ever at Top Rank.
You're
He was
absolutely
getting
right.
4
He's
million
going to get
guaranteed
$80,
per
$90
fight.
million for this one fight versus Canelo.
No, you're right. But the thing is, too, is Bud is also a businessman. He has investments. He has other businesses.
Oh, no,
He's fine.
that's kudos
He's
for
fine.
him.
money.
So I don't believe it's about the money. I believe it's about y'all said he couldn't beat him. So guess what? He's going to show you he can. That's how he is. You challenge him to anything.
But what is okay? Well, okay. So if I say he can't beat Usyk, well, what is he going to do? Go challenge
I
Usyk?
mean, he don't give a shit about Usyk. Canelo is the big name right now.
It's like obviously it's of course it's a challenge, and I believe that. But at
Right
the same
now,
time,
everybody
He's
says
just very
Canelo is the face of
competitive.
Well, but
boxing.
he's also he has said that he said before he wouldn't even look to go to 168 because he doesn't, he said, look, there's weight classes for a reason, but he did say when it comes to that, he looks at Canelo and says at 168 that's the one person he would challenge because the size is similar. Like he can work with that compared to the other guy.
height, yeah.
If you look at the fight, if you just go back and he's not the same 31-year-old Crawford like when he fought Benavidez. He doesn't have that foot. He just doesn't have it. His legs are not like the same. He was very elusive. He was very his footwork was like because I watched it. I wanted to see it, and I'm like, man,
You think he lose that after he fights Spence? I'm confused.
no, I don't think he didn't need that footwork like that with versus Spence. Spence was a come forward fighter.
Reginald said that Bud is catching Canelo on the downside of his career. Well, a lot of people are saying also that Bud is on the downside of his career. So to me,
both are.
it's an equal playing field.
But let me ask you this: do you think Crawford could hurt Canelo?
Absolutely, he can. They can
He
both
was
hurt each
harder
other.
than Triple G.
They can both hurt each other.
He cannot hit harder than Triple
You
G.
think it's like you think there's a good chance he can knock out Canelo?
I mean,
Well,
I think it's boxing and anybody can get fucking knocked out. And
Yeah,
the
but
thing
you
is,
know-
the
but
punches
anything can happen in
accumulate.
boxing. I get
No,
it.
You
but-
keep
I'm
touching
talking
the
about
same
probabilities.
spot.
What I'm
You
talking, not
touch the same
possibilities.
spot, you're
Probabilities.
going down. I don't care who you
But
are.
Christine, but one thing though that we have to remember here, and bear in mind, I'm a very, very big Bud Crawford fan. I'm a big Canelo fan as well, so I don't really have a shoe in the race. But you've got to remember, he went
The
to
main
154,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden, if you remember now he's having to wear bigger gloves. So
Yeah.
the power didn't seem the same against Madrimov. Now maybe
Oh,
it might have
sure,
just been
yeah.
one fight,
Yeah.
but maybe that same power he had in the 8-ounce gloves ain't quite there in the 10s.
That is true. That is true.
All right, ding,
no.
ding, 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 ding.
Dingy, 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 ding.
Thanks. Tell me more. Happy New
MAW.
Year, everyone. I want to see less talk and unifications in 135,
I like
140,
that.
147, and 154 ASAP. Yusuf versus what's his name?
Triple D, Daniel Dubois.
Daniel Dubois.
Daniel Dubois. Mhm.
Parker winner is enough.
I like that.
Versus Jack before Zerto. Undisputed, please. DB and
Benavidez and Morel.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's coming, though.
in February. Is it February?
February 1st.
February
February
1st, yeah.
When I said Parker, Christine goes, really? That's it?
Happy New Year,
Hey,
Joseph.
MAW is my
But
home.
MAW, I love that.
And the lady said, you know, it's a good fight that I like to see now. I like to see Caroline Dubois versus Alicia Baumgartner at 135.
Oh my gosh, I love her. I love
that girl.
Caroline
She's
Dubois.
awesome.
I love her.
That's a good
she's-
Capricorn girl right there.
But that's a good fight with Alicia Baumgartner. She needs to move up. There's
Man,
nothing
she needs
up
to
for her at
move
130.
Alicia.
I want to go back to the question I asked Christine because then I'll answer it for you, Christine.
Ay, hombre, que.
Crawford cannot knock. There's no shot in hell he's gonna knock out Canelo. Like that.
Really? Really?
And you know it in your heart. In your heart, you know that's true.
TKO?
Now,
Everybody
no, hold on.
or TKO?
Shot in hell.
Because TKO is going
He cannot stop him. Like it's not gonna happen. But what I
Okay,
will
so-
say is this. And you know he can't stop it.
I
The
don't
guy
know
that like when's the last time you seen Canelo hurt?
I think that is the question to find out.
I seen that. I see him do the skanky leg against a little ass Gamboa. Right, that was a prime Crawford. Just imagine what's going to happen when Canelo hits him clean.
Well, that was also a weight drain, Crawford. Let's not go
like,
that far back.
Thank you.
It'll make up for the weight drain, I guess.
Thank you.
Like, you know what I
But
mean?
these stuff, don't forget, Canelo got hurt real bad when he was
At
down at
19 years old.
147.
Thank you.
So when he was weight
He
drained,
was a teenager.
exactly, but he was weight drained at the weight, and then
But he
got buzzed worse than he's ever been in his life. So how you gonna not now say that's a negative against Crawford when it's the exact same thing?
Thank
I'm
you.
just saying that he was a teenager. is all.
And that's the same thing. The man is coming up from how many weight divisions now?
Okay, first of
Forget
all,
all
like,
this
I'm
fight.
just trying to make the point that I've seen Crawford hurt more times than I've seen Canelo hurt in their careers. Okay, so like that you could say weight drain, you could say whatever.
And
you
I
wanna say.
can tell
And
you that
Canelo's
is
had
a
more professional fights, right? So and he's
So
fought better
Canelo's got a
fighters.
lot more wear and tear.
So
Thank
and he's fought
you.
better fighters
Thank
and bigger punchers than Crawford, and I
That
haven't
shit
seen him
is
hurt.
real.
So what I'm
Wear
saying
and tear
is,
is real.
so we could eliminate stoppage win out of the column for Crawford. His only chance to win, which is possible, is he needs to outbox Canelo. for
His
12
only
rounds.
chance to win.
And HLD is making a great point. He is older. Okay, I get
They
that you
both
love
are.
Crawford. I get you love the guy, but he doesn't move the way he used to move.
Okay.
He just
He
ain't
is
the
I'm
same
not
Canelo.
saying that to be. I went back to see his fights, and I'm like, man, Crawford was very. He had a lot of movement. He doesn't have that anymore.
You're not going to want to hear this.
Bivol handle Canelo like
Because he's got the legs for it.
No, but all I'm saying is Canelo can knock out Crawford, right? Canelo
Maybe
is.
he can-
I'm not saying he. I'm just.
Oh, we can go. This could go on for like another hour. So no.
I'm just saying.
because these
See, this
guys,
is why I want to see the fight.
They're gonna fight.
This is why I want to see the fight. We can end this
why did you
conversation.
wear your Canelo t-shirt tonight, bro?
Hey, I'm just because I'm picking him to win the fight. I mean, I just think he's gonna be
I love
Crawford.
Canelo. It's cool. It's cool. Okay, so let's do last words. Let's do last words.
go.
So we'll start with the gentleman, and then we'll go around to the ladies. HLD, last words.
Last words. It's a pleasure. You guys finally have me on. Invited me finally by
You're always invited, bro.
by irking me with some of the stuff up here. But no, I thank you very much for having me on, girls. And again, love you always. Feliz Año Nuevo. That's all I gotta say.
D-Style, 4 words or less.
I love you guys a lot. There you go.
There you go. HLD, 7 words or less.
Yeah, I forget that.
Los quiero mucho con todo mi corazón.
Kids, 7 words or less.
I'm not the defender of the UK.
Yeah.
Would you like a sport of tea?
Yeah, please don't do that because that's
You know,
awful.
he's like, you sound. Never mind. Okay, last words. One more time. Nice. Something nice.
Okay, you guys are the only ones that I'll be up this crazy hour, especially I got work in the morning, so appreciate you as always. As I said, I'm not the defender of the UK. I just give unbiased takes. But yeah, appreciate you, and we'll do it again sometime. But I'm gonna go get some sleep.
Thanks for reading the room. Thank you. You have a
After
great
the
night.
waiver.
Crystal, last words.
Unbiasedly biased. No, I'm just
Yeah.
playing. I'm just playing. So, thank you to everyone in the chat and HLD. As much as I can't stand some of your points here, thank you for coming on. D-Star,
you.
thank you. Baystar Kid as well. Thank you so much. It's been a great night, and happy new year to everybody's. Make 2025 great. Okay.
Hey, one more time. Let HOD read your shirt. One more time. This is all for you, HOD.
Kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass.
Now I see it. Like, hey, those butt cheeks are nice. Ain't nothing wrong with them 50-year-old butt cheeks.
Nika, last words.
Thanks to everybody in the chat for tuning in on this first day of the year. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope everybody had a great one with their family and friends. And this year I'm gonna try my best not to get into it with any trolls and stuff like that.
We heard that for the last 3 years.
I know.
It's okay. Every year's getting better.
I said I'm gonna try. I said I'm going to try. I didn't say I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best to ignore because they make the social media not fun anymore. Like I used to go in there and crack jokes, and now it's like I can't say anything now before somebody being miserable and like on the trying to get a rise out of me. So I'm gonna try my best this year not to do that. All right. So wish me luck, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Absolutely. I want to say, love my ladies. Thank you for always being strong, being right here, doing an amazing job. HLD, Base the Kid, love y'all. D-Style too, but he's gone. I guess he had to go. I don't know, do something. But I just want to say that life is very short. In 2025, we need to do better. When somebody comes to mind, pick up the phone, take that trip. If you have a stupid beef with somebody, make amends. It's not worth it. Life is very short. So God bless you all. Happy New Year. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. Appreciate you. We love to love you.
Bye.